Welcome to How to Play video of Mission Complete, a cooperative card game of limited communication. In this cooperative card game, you are playing as robots who have to complete missions. To win, you all must work together to complete at least 3 missions, or even more to prove you are exceptionally skilled. Are you up for the challenge? Oh, and did we mention that the player cards will alter how you can communicate? Each player chooses a color and takes the matching starting card and then places it in front of themselves. This is the first card in their pile. Take all the number cards of the chosen colors and shuffle them into a single number card deck. Put the number cards from the unused colors back in the box. Then deal each player cards based on the number of players. Afterwards, place the number deck in the center of the table. Place the robot card and the task card near the number deck. The first player who last used the computer takes the first player card and becomes the first player. Let's take a moment to see what are these missions that you're trying to complete. Each mission consists of 2 parts: finding out which player has to complete the task and what the task is. To accomplish this, players have to play cards of different colors. And it's important to remember that everyone can only communicate based on the card in front of them. Okay, now back to the rules. The game is played over a series of rounds, and each round consists of 4 phases: play cards phase, robot task phase, pile phase, draw phase. Starting with the player with the first player card and going clockwise, each player must play 1 card from their hand. Place the played card next to your pile, but not on top of it. Remember, your goal is to play cards of different colors. That will get you 1 step closer to completing your mission. You are not allowed to show your cards to other players, but you can communicate what cards you have during the game, following the restrictions on top of your card. If there is a 1 card on top of your pile, you are not allowed to use gestures or talk or communicate in any other way. If there is a 2 card on top of your pile, you can only use gestures but cannot talk or make any sounds. These same restrictions are on your starting card. If there is a 3 card on top of your pile, you can consider yourself lucky. You can freely use gestures and talk to share all the information you know and want. But remember, you can't show cards to other players. After every player has played a card, we move on to the second phase. Remember, your goal was to play cards of different colors. Skip this phase if any of the player cards show the same color. If you played cards of different colors, you will now get the first half of the mission. The first time you play cards of different colors, the first player takes the top card of the number deck, looks at it, and places it face down in front of themselves. They then take the robot card and place it on top of this card, and players move on to the next phase. The color of the number card determines which of you will be the operator for the mission. The operator is the player who has to complete the task. Next time you play cards of different colors, the first player will then take the top card of the number deck, look at it, then place the task card on top of it. This is the second part of the mission. The upside down text on the card is the task the operator must accomplish to complete the mission. You can only get up to 1 part of mission per round, either robot card or the task card. If you played cards of different colors but already have both robot and task cards, skip this phase and immediately go to the third phase, pile phase. Now place all the played cards on top of the matching color piles. If there is more than 1 card that needs to go onto the same pile, place the lowest number on top. At the moment your pile is covered with a new card, you might get new communication restrictions. Once you have placed all the cards on the correct piles, proceed to the next phase, draw phase. All the players draw 1 card from the number deck. The first player passes the first player card to the next player in clockwise order, who will become the first player in the next round. Completing missions. So how do you actually complete missions? At any time during the game, any of you may say mission complete if you think the current mission has been completed. You may say mission complete even if you are not allowed to talk. This is the only exception of the communication restrictions of the game. Once mission complete is said, flip both cards under the robot and task card and see if you actually have completed the mission. If you have, Congratulations! Put both cards aside to remember that you have completed a mission. If you failed, place both number cards back in the box. Regardless of the result, place the robot and task cards in the center of the table, just like during the setup. You can now try to get a new mission just like you did before by playing cards of different colors. Endgame. During the draw phase, if there are not enough cards of all players to draw, game ends immediately. Count how many completed missions you have. If there are 3 or more missions, congratulations, you won! Mission How to Play completed.